Greetings and happy Thursday. Welcome to the Talk to Me America show where the world wants to know what you have to say. So call me when I tell you and tell them like it is. I hope everybody can hear me. Everything on this side is working properly. And I do sound now before I start, just so you can let me know. So far, so good. Oh, of course, unless it changes when I click over to the other, to me live at your, looking at you now. Let's see. Welcome again. Once again, I am your hostess, DGddss. It is Thursday night, 8 p.m. Central Time, 7 p.m. Eastern for you Yanks out there. Time for another Talk to Me America show. I hope you guys have been well this past week. I nursed a migraine yesterday, so I might be a little floaty today. So starting to get nervous again, but I'm okay so far. So thank you for clicking on my little acre of the internet, and please share, X me out, or whatever they call that now. I guess it's X. Look at that. Badass Brad Ellen! Welcome to the show. I really like the cool GIFs that you make of yourself. Russian Bot, welcome to the show. Pastor Chatelet, my main moderator. And The Pond, hello everyone. Don't forget to come on over here and at least give me your click. Or some fire. Give me some fire. Sai, welcome. We got, that's right, Sai. Russian Bot, I like that. Geddy Lee singing, I hate gang members and filth and it has nothing to do with black people. Isn't that an Alex Jones quip? Okay. And of course, big debate question for those of you listening and for those of us that are Rush fans, could Rush be considered fusion jazz rock? I've actually heard it described as that before. I don't remember where. Some of their songs, maybe, perhaps you could. And also, too, thank you, Pastor Chatelet, for the library coin. Flip City Magazine, welcome. Appreciate you being here. Make sure to go and check them out. They have a imprint. If you guys remember Mad Magazine, this is Mad Magazine times 1,000, and it makes fun of all of our politicians and the absolute craziness that's going on in the world today. Very much worth a check out. I think they even give a free magazine or something like that if you sign up or something like that. So you'd have to fill me in on that, but Flip City Magazine says, hey, yo! Tweak! Welcome, Tweak. And Ranger, welcome. The Lone Strummer, welcome. All right, already got a bunch of people over here on Odysee. That seems to be my channel that everybody likes me on. Although I am also live streaming on YouTube, such as it is, and Rumble. The weird thing about Rumble is got 4 or 5 people that watch me live, and then about the next day or so, I get over 100 watchers or 100 views. So welcome to all of you latecomers or people that are just looking for other stuff to look at. Appreciate you being here, and make sure that you share everything out if you're enjoying it. Lonesome Strummer says, I've been learning Turkey in the Straw. That's no easy tune. What are you learning it on? Banjo? I don't know. I probably would remember it if I heard it. I'm sure my husband knows it. Gave me newfound interest. Bluegrass has a lot of similarities to Irish folk and traditional. I'm really enjoying it. So thank you for the inspiration. You're welcome. You'll have to be more specific on how I inspired you there. Other than maybe you went to one of my sites and heard me sing, but I don't remember doing any bluegrass. Please refresh my blonde memory. Tweak, I see you're here. Rock, yes. Drunken Rocky, welcome to the show. Roll for hire. Okay, everybody's just saying hello. Re-blammo, I'm here. Screw YouTube isn't live. It isn't? I'm seeing it here. It doesn't say I have any viewers or anything like that. see. Add stream marker. Huh. I wonder why. YouTube hasn't been very good to me anyway, so I'm not really worried about it. And again, that's why I've gotten on Rumble. And I appreciate everybody that hangs out with me on Rumble. We love our lurkers. If you got anything to say, though, I prefer you call me. That's what this show is all about. Let's see. Russian Bot is from Spanaway, Washington. And you're a subscriber. How about that? Oh, God. What did I miss? Oh, Brad Allen and Tweak are bickering on my chat here. Okay. No stream on ScrewTube. I don't know what to think about that. Let me check it out real quick. It says I'm live. All right, let me see something else here. Mega Bull Pup, welcome. And we love our lurkers, so don't stop lurking. And please share. X me out, baby. I read something somewhere that Elon Musk is using 2 other people's X insignia. I find that hard to believe. Somebody said, you know how people like to start shit on the internet. Somebody mentioned, I don't remember who it was. I read so many things anymore. Somebody said something about the fact that they're just waiting on people to send him cease and desist letters for this X. I know that his neighbors in San Francisco were whining about it. It's funny that they'll whine about his X lighting up their rooms and everything like that, but they won't do anything about the needles and the shit in the streets. We bicker all the time, yes. Space Pirate Yvonne, welcome. And Zom, welcome to the show. Appreciate y'all coming today. What was I looking for? I was looking to see if I'm working. Shit in the streets. Yeah, it's working for me. In fact, all the time, yes. See? Space Pirate Yvonne, welcome. And Zom, welcome to the show. Appreciate okay, it's working for me. What was I looking for? I'm sorry if it ain't working for you, but like that's one of the main reasons I stream on more than one platform, and I'm working to stream on more than 3, hopefully. Yar! Great Space Pirate Ivan has arrived. Show your respect and yar. Woohoo! Woohoo! Alright, plugs real quick. 451 Actual, of course, Space Pirate Yvonne, as always. Pastor Chatelet, my main moderator and the runner of The Pond. Red Dawn Radio, The Drunken Rocky, which, of course, his show is on after mine. I'll send you over there when I'm done. He calls it, what do you call it now? Is it just the Drunken Rocky show or something like that? Because it used to be the White Pill Experience. You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll shit yourself, and then everybody passes out drunk. if you can handle that. Woo woo. Raynoth, DJ Bass. Actually, is Raynoth doing anything anymore? I see him on live chats every once in a while, but I noticed that Oomtown is doing the 5x5. Do you still do the round table? I've been away. I've been working and family and all of that. Okay. Kevin's Chaotic Coffee, America Floats, Tom over there on America Floats, 2 Minutes to Midnight, Magical Trevor. Of course, we are proud of him for going viral with his ear monitor, president ear monitor thing and everything like that. Thank you so very much, Drunken Rocky. You get one of these. Oops. There you go. I'm using my Stream Deck for that stuff. Let's see. It's actually easier than trying to click on something in OBS, so. All right. There's no crying in Roundtable. Rock Candy, welcome to the show. I appreciate you being here. I'm even having an excellent. Let's see. It's sad that you guys can't see me on YouTube because I actually, for once, have an excellent connection. Usually it's yellow and it tells me that some speed thing is not working, even though it works. And people stream it, but it is streaming. I don't know what else to tell you. Sorry. All right. Let's see. Reverend Rant, who now does Boiling Point Live. Some guy from Maine. Not Me B, Rougarou, and Town. And I'm showing you the schedule here. The Pure Blood TV schedule, interactive schedule. You got the TV guide. You can go on and see who's on air immediately. I'm still not there. Oh well, that's okay. Y'all know I'm here. Supports Sergeant Daniel Perry. You can advertise on here. We're advertising also too for the Sound of Freedom. And Ranger Candy Coffee Company. Now, Ranger told me when I asked him that wasn't his coffee company, but he knows the people that do it or something like that. And they have affiliates programs on Gab. So check them out. I'd like to try their coffee. I just haven't had a chance. I haven't been on the computer a whole lot at all the last couple of weeks, actually. All right. Don't forget to help out our very own Amiz Memes. I actually noticed that her what was it? GoFundMe, was it? Her GoFundMe. I noticed that's not flipping up on here anymore. Is she doing all right now? Everything's okay with her? I don't see her thing. Are you ready for the prepper call? Yes, in a few minutes. Just don't rush me. Don't rush me. Okay, I'll get there. I'll tell you when to call. I'll tell you. Come on, fellow lurkers, hit the like button, friends. Yes, I appreciate that. Definitely do that. And there is no one on YouTube. Well, I gotta say, it doesn't surprise me. I don't know what else I actually should do. There's only one other thing I can think of. Oh no, but it is. It's not coming from my end. Must be YouTube. Like I say, YouTube's never been very good to me. In fact, almost every show now, they copyright strike me or they block me from something. So, I'm just not going to do a whole lot of stuff with them anymore. They're not worth it. I'll try to get more people over here because I do have a lot of followers over there. And I kind of sort of stay there for a lot of my family members. That's a lot of the people who are following me over there too, but they don't follow me that much. Yes, piss on YouTube. I agree. Okay. Alright, and fucking Epic, I saw him last week. He seems to be doing better too, but of course, keep everyone in your prayers and thoughts. We all need to stick together and be strong. Alright, and of course, don't forget the many convenient ways that you can support this channel and my program so that I can, keep improving it for you, actually, and also keep it running. The Skype actually costs money. And so does internet and electricity, blah, blah, blah. You know the drill. I know everyone knows the drill. Everybody says the same thing. All my links are below. I've got PayPal. You can super chat me on Odysee. You can super chat me on Rumble. You can do a Ko-Fi if you want a monthly membership. There's also a monthly membership on Odysee, YouTube. All my links are below for all of that stuff, though, even on YouTube. So click on some of them, will ya? All right. Thank you again for being here. And I am now going to open the phone lines. All right. While I'm waiting for the first phone call, of course, we have to talk about the indictments. This stuff happened just today, and only, 2 hours ago, Trump made a statement, and we'll let you see all of that stuff. Of course, I'm going to show you all of that stuff, but it's pretty funny to me. And this is something I was thinking about just even when they came out with it. It's pretty funny to me. And if you look at the timeline on here, I don't know if you can see this real well, but every time the Biden crime family is in the news, they indict Trump for something. Geez, how convenient is that? And I can't believe there's not more people that don't recognize this. However, a lot of people hate Trump so much, they don't really care about the rules anymore. And it's probably people that, think they're better than everyone else because they're educated. I've known some real idiots that have come out of the college systems. So yeah, don't give me that educated shit. But it seems like, say, on June 7th, the FBI released the documents alleging that Biden took a $10 million bribe from Burisma. And June 8th, the next day, probably not even 24 hours later, Trump is indicted in the Mar-a-Lago's dox case. And of course, indicted doesn't mean anything other than he's accused. All right? In fact, I even saw a video of Nancy Pelosi saying, oh, he's innocent until proven guilty, but I guarantee you we're going to prove that. And yeah, okay, go back to the bar. And then, of course, coming up on July 6th, in fact, there's two in 1 month here. Hunter Biden's plea deal fell apart after the DOJ tried giving him a blanket immunity from future prosecutions. It's like, yeah, they literally, not only did I see that they had done that, but I also read or heard that one of the lawyers called the judge and pretended to be the other lawyer or whatever, pretended to be the prosecuting lawyer and wanted to drop all these Are you kidding me? And is this person like, isn't it against the law to impersonate someone else and especially do something like that? So yeah, woo, yeah, okay. And then of course, July 27th, they just had to add a couple of more charges to the Mar-a-Lago case. So it's not really a separate indictment. They just added a bunch of shit to what they already had. But it still made the news and everybody pointed at Trump. Look at Trump. The Bidens are criminals, but look at Trump, 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 Trump. I swear to God, these people still have TDS. And you know why. You do know why. If he gets in there, he's going to take away their nest eggs and their meal tickets, which is war. And a lot of this stuff that's going on here. July 31st, Devin Archer tells Congress that Joe Biden was in on over 20 phone calls with Hunter's business partners. And then, of course, on August 1st, almost to the minute, you can set your watch to these people. Again, within 24 hours, Trump indicted over the January 6th probe, which, wasn't that over already? How many probes do we have to have into this? And why are we doing this now when they actually dropped his subpoena during the January 6th, what was that? The clown show that nobody watched and stuff like that except for people like us. Hello, Hallie, over there on YouTube. It doesn't say that you're there. Obviously, I am streaming if you can see me or if you're there. I'm being told that it's not streaming though. There you are. Maybe it's just really slow and lagging today. I don't know. Yes, educated equals indoctrinated. These days, yes. These days, yes. And I actually did go to college just before they started a lot of this stuff. But they actually had started a lot of this stuff. I can remember, I think it was 05, might have been 04. They were already arresting people in University of New Orleans for wearing an American flag outfit because it offended somebody. It offended them. I think it was, I don't remember who they said it was offended, but I guess you can guess. All right, I'll leave that to your imagination. I'm pretty sure you can guess. Not a Space Pirate of On. Working with a pewter save every 3 minutes. Yes, you should do that. If you're working on anything, you should save fast more than that. In fact, I'm to the point now where I save every time I take a break when I'm typing or something. Like I save it every time, like with sentences, when I add sentences and different things like that. Because otherwise, I've lost so much work when things crash on me. All right, so yeah, how convenient. And like I say, there's a lot of people that are saying, "Oh, well, they're finally doing this to him. He's been a crook all of his life and everything like that." And these people, again, you know who they're listening to, and of course, Trump didn't turn away from it. He didn't try to run. He's not trying to do any of this other stuff. Here he is, showing up.
Trump making his way.
Trump Force One, they call it.
Trump Force One. Let's listen in and see if we can get a question.
Nah, he don't give him no questions beforehand. Just get there and get this over with. And then, of course, he pleads not guilty. The 4 counts is... Come back here. Where did that go? Where did that go? Oh, well. Anyway, he pleaded not guilty. And then... they caught him afterwards at the airport. And I'm going to share that with you now. Ah, okay. Alright, yeah, YouTube is lagging pretty bad. I'm so sorry about that. And it's weird because it's telling me I have an incredibly good stream health. Maybe that's it. YouTube's being funky. Donald Trump teases and says, I need one more indictment to ensure my election. Alright, well, let's listen to what he says. It's only 2 minutes here.
Well, thank you very much. This is a very sad day.
The heck?
Day for America, and it was also
that was
very
weird.
Sad driving through Washington D.C. and seeing the filth and the decay and all of the broken buildings.
Big Fat Paulie! Welcome to the show.
This is not the place that I left. It's a very sad thing to see it. When you look at what's happening, this is a persecution of a political opponent. This was never supposed to happen in America. This is the persecution of the person that's leading by very, very substantial numbers in the
and that's
Republican
why
primary and leading Biden by a lot. So if you can't beat him, you persecute him or you prosecute him. We can't let this happen in America. Thank you very much.
Do you want these trials to happen? The fact that I am standing here.
Okay, that's his attorney. Big Fat Paulie, welcome to the show. Appreciate that. Chat's kind of broken for you. Everything's going crazy. I think this tells me they possibly are running scareder than they're even letting on, which I'm not surprised. They're being busted for a lot of stuff, man. Ebtide, welcome to the show, and I'm your ninja. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the Biden dictatorship, Laura. Yeah, well, we were welcome to that the minute he got in office. So yeah, I don't believe anybody I know has ever believed that he actually belongs up there. And his dementia or whatever it is that they're gonna call it or try to call it or whatever like that has gotten worse and worse and worse. Trump has been right about everything that only happens when you know the outcome already, in my opinion. Possibly. Like I say, he's privy to a lot of things and probably was privy to a lot of things before he even became president. And you can't tell me that because of his wealth, that every one of those politicians has been in his office before he got to be president, asking him for coverage, money, whatever. You know, I'm still seeing people on X, sorry, the platform formerly known as Twitter. I'm still seeing people on X talking about how stupid he is and what a failure he is. And I'm thinking to myself, God, I wish I was that kind of failure. He's a billionaire. And it's like, well, how in the world does he become a billionaire without bilking people? Well, you're looking at him. I mean, the man wrote books. He put his name on everything. In fact, in a way, he reminds me of a businessman, Frank Zappa. Because Frank Zappa, in his endeavors, in his musical endeavors, actually recorded everything. Every noise he ever made, every concert, and sometimes he would take tracks from one concert and stick it with tracks from another and put stuff. And that's what I say. Trump put his name on everything. He tried all kinds of businesses. He tried everything. He owned a bunch of stuff. So I mean, yeah, man, just these people that call him stupid, they just are stupid themselves. Anymore. It's gotten to the point where I just have to laugh at him. And you know, I see the comments underneath it. Oh, I wish I was that stupid. Oh, I wish I was that unsuccessful. Oh, I wish that was that much of a loser. Greetings, you're on the air.
Hi.
Hello.
Yeah, hold on, let me shut you off here on YouTube.
Limited access.
All right, hold on just a second. You're right. But there we go. There we go. Hey.
Hello.
Yeah, I agree. Everybody hates him because he's a billionaire and they are jealous as fuck because they didn't work that hard and know what to do to get that done.
Right.
I'm not jealous, but
Yep.
Hey, you know.
And flips. I'm not jealous either. Hey,
that lifestyle.
you know, some people get this and some people get that. It's just the way it is. You can't be jealous. You have to just, you know, do your thing and not worry about everybody else, what everybody else thinks.
Be happy in the life that you can live.
Yeah, Flip City Magazine says the people that point out the failures never built anything themselves. Yeah, it actually was.
Yeah.
It was actually the same in the music business with me as far as that goes. When we decided to cut out all of the other musicians and just do it ourselves, we started getting bookings and everything like that. And we'd have bands come and see us, and they would tell us, "Oh, well, you need this, you need that." And it's like, "Hey, who is on stage tonight? Me or you?" I obviously don't need anything. Because, yeah, I'd have other bands come up to me and tell me, "Man, yeah, you need a band, you need this and you." Nah, been there, done that, and I'm still getting jobs. Like I say, who was working today? Me or you?
Like what we're doing, and we're not going to change the formula, so there you have
Nah.
it, right?
Nah, I'm one of those firm believers that don't fix it if it ain't broke.
We're Gen X's, dude. We grew up feral. And all that stuff that they say on the TikTok about the Gen X's, I laugh and laugh and laugh. Yeah, we drank out of hoses. We ran around and shot BB guns at each other. We did all kinds of shit. You know, kick the kid out at sunrise, tell him to come home for lunch, and come back before it's dark.
When the street lights come on, you better be walking on the door. Yeah, that's
Be home.
that's
You better be freaking home.
yeah.
Because dinner's on the table, and if you're not home, not only you're not in trouble, but you're not going to have dinner. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, Sagacious Owl. Welcome to the show. I appreciate everybody being here.
I wanted to talk today about some of the stuff that's going on with the packaged food that they're feeding us. It's bad.com, man. It's bad.com. All right. So, you know, they used to call the stuff GMO, and I'm pretty sure that everybody on the channel knows what GMO is. Genetically
Modified
product.
yeah.
Yeah, or whatever. I don't
Genetically
know
modified organism or something like that.
There you go. Okay, all right. Now they're not calling it that anymore on the packaging. This is why they're changing their packaging. Now they are calling it made with bio products. So they don't call it GMO. But you need to flip that package over and look and see if it's made with bio products. Okay?
Right.
Because I'm telling you what, I watched a video from the gal, Homestead Heart, on YouTube. She's really nice, you know. She's a nice black gal down in the South and whatever. She's all into doing stuff natural, but not like annoyingly. Okay, I mean, she's had her homestead for a while, and it's just a new term that they're using now: bioengineered, bio products, bioengineered.
Right.
Look for that in the back of your packages, because I'm telling you what, right now I'm having allergies. I'm 59 years old. I'm having allergy issues right now that I've never had in my life before. I'm getting inflammation to the point where I have to go to the emergency room if I eat too much of this shit. I'm having digestive issues and whatnot. I mean, like, I can't eat chocolate anymore. I don't know what they've changed. I was never a chocoholic. You know what I'm talking about. The person that was just like, they were really into chocolate.
Yeah.
I'd eat it every once in a while, and it tasted good, and it was great and everything. And, you know, now that I'm taking a bunch of progesterone, whatever. It's kind of it's a hormone, but it takes down your estrogen, which makes you want to eat more chocolate. I can't eat chocolate anymore.
Okay.
Yeah. And now I can't eat chocolate at all anymore. I'm hoping
Any
that my
chocolate?
At all. I mean,
Okay, because my husband actually had to stop eating certain chocolates, but he can still eat some of them.
Any chocolate. It doesn't matter if it's milk chocolate, if it's dark chocolate. Blue Bunny is an ice cream brand out here in the West.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys get it down there. Their ice cream is so good. I got a banana split, and it from the outside of the package, it didn't look like it had chocolate in it. And my husband, he likes his little sweetie treaties. He's a diabetic, likes them. And so I scooped some out of the top and had a little bit with him, and he's been eating through it, and we were getting towards the bottom, and there was little ribbons of chocolate on the bottom, like, well, it's not that much. Maybe I can. Oh, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. Not a teaspoon of this chocolate locked my whole left arm up so bad that I was taking hydrocodone for an entire day, like 5 of them, just to be able to move around and walk and try to work out it locking up.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yes. And I don't take medications. I don't like to take medications. So yeah, it was bad. I was in agony, like after surgery kind of without any pain medication agony.
Good Lord.
Okay. So
I guess don't eat chocolate no more.
Well, right, and I want people to actually please start checking the boxes of stuff, even though if you bought it before, especially when they change the packaging, they are changing the packaging to change it to show that they're bioengineering stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's with especially with people that are like me that are old and not old, you know what I mean? Us late boomers, Xers, early Xers, they are just...
Yes, us old senior citizens here.
They don't want us in the picture. Yeah. So, all right. So we've been sick enough the last 3 months that my husband and I he hasn't been able to work his part-time job. So, I mean, we're living off of disability. That's in my disability. So, I mean, we're talking $1,700, $1,800 a month the last 3 months. And I've propped up enough so we're okay, but it's at that edge right now. I just want to remind people that you just never know. You could have the sickness coming in or whatever coming in. He got sick, I got sick, and we're relying on our prep right now in the next probably month and a half, So I just want to remind people to, if you can go to the farmer's market and put stuff away or grow your own stuff, please do. Please just do. By the way, how's your garden going?
So far, so good. I don't have any fruits of my labor yet, but I've got lots of flowers. So I've been touching them inappropriately to make sure.
Well, yeah, you gotta. All right. So when you got flowers on squash, zucchini, tomatoes,
Super
things
chugger.
like that, if you don't have a lot of flowers where the pollinators, like bees and things, if you don't want bees around your house, then you don't have a bunch of flowers and the pollinators. You're gonna have to go out there with a toothbrush, or better yet, an electric toothbrush, and put that toothbrush in there and buzz it like a bee. I have this funny little device that I got from Aereo Garden on Amazon. It looks like a bee. It is so funny. It's my flower effer. That's what I call it.
Okay, 451 Actual, my metal man. Welcome to the show. All right, keep going. Space Pirate Yvonne says, a vibrator? in all caps. Well, I was gonna say, does it really? Do they really need to be buzzed like that? I mean, I thought just the bees.
They do. I'm telling you, I didn't do it the last couple of years that I've been out here, and I'm up on the second floor balcony, but I planted more flowers the previous years to draw in, the bees, the flies, anything to mess with that pollen.
Salty Matt Jameson.
But this year I bought that little buzzy bee thing, so I take it and go zzz, 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 on all the flowers. I don't care if they're male, female, whatever. I move it around on all of them, and I don't care. I go between flower and flower, just pollinate them bitches is what I'm thinking this year. And I'm getting a really good crop this year from doing that.
Okay.
A really good crop.
Never thought of that, because I know that they pollinate it, but I didn't know that the buzzing did anything.
I've seen the pollen, when I buzz the flower, actually fall into that brush. So I know that it works. But you got to every day be faithful. Every day go out and check your plant. And even if you think you buzzed that plant the day before, just do it again. Because sometimes it takes more than one insertion. You know how that goes to make that fruit.
Yes, of course.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Oh, and one thing I wanted to tell people too is that last month, the last couple of months, a store called Thrive Life, which is an American company. They do everything here. All their employees are made in. It's made in the USA.
Been banned.
They do freeze-dried food and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
They had their milk on sale, so I bought a bunch of that, and I'm getting ready to get some of the vegetables and stuff that they had in, and I'm thinking that, because this stuff is shelf stable for up to 10 years, being a prepper, I'm thinking that, I want to put some of this stuff away, and I'll let you guys know how I feel about it. And I'm thinking maybe I might become a consultant. It does cost a little bit of money, but not too much. And, I might make it back just from buying it myself. But they have asparagus right now. It's a limited time on special, whatnot, and I'm going to try it. And they have the butternut squash, and it looks like they have it all the time. But I'm going to try it, and I'll let you guys know, because my husband doesn't like either one of them vegetables. So it would be like me making it just for me, because I want to eat it. He won't eat it. And then you open it up, and I guess it's good for up to a year if you store it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good after you open it.
Sure.
So I'm like, all right, freeze-dried, I'm good. And I dry stuff all the time, so I'm thinking, no, I'll try the freeze-dried thing. I don't have room for a freeze-dryer, but I'll try this. So I just want to let people know about that Thrive Life thing. Take a look and see what there is.
Definitely. And read your labels. Actually, it's funny you should mention about reading the labels, because when I talked to my sons the last time, they had seen a video where these guys were talking about things from foods from Great Value, which is, of course, a Walmart brand. And they had somehow or another put it on there to where one of them had, one of them was like cheese or something like that, or cottage cheese or milk or something like that.
Oh.
Said that there was fish in it. And then another guy, oh yeah, I read this other thing. There's cottage cheese or whatever. It's got tilapia bones or something in it. And I told him, I said, that was fake, boys. Because believe me, the first thing I did was go to Walmart and read the damn labels.
You got to look at it and show it, but it might.
Well, they did show it.
They're adding the calcium into it. That would make sense if they're adding like protein or calcium bioengineered kind of thing into it. Yeah.
Yeah. But well, they had said that this was what's ingredients on the label and everything like that. And of course,
fish bones have a lot of damn calcium in them. Let me tell you.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
You want to eat your salmon and just eat them damn fish bones.
Oh, okay.
Well, when people can't, when they're in the can. But I think I'm going to clear my shelves off of the stuff that has stuff I can't pronounce in it anymore, because honestly, it's with all right, I'm older, and with what they've shot me up with that I was stupid enough to take, but not that stupid. I'm still no COVID-19. Anyways, yeah, I'm getting sick, and the sicker I get, the more medication they want to put me on, and I don't want to be a slave to Big Pharma, so I'm trying to figure out ways to not have to do that. Although I'm probably going to have to be on that Humira shot the rest of my life, because I think they caught me and they got me. I got to be able to walk. If I can't walk, I'm screwed. I'm not going to die in my bed laying down there. So
right,
that's kind of what I feel like, you know. But anyways, I just wanted to turn you guys on to really looking at your label. Bioengineered is the new word for GMO, just so you guys know. Yeah, they're trying to trick us every way they can. It's sad.
Yep. Well, actually,
right,
it's not sad. It's fucking evil. People need to start.
Yeah.
People need to stop being the masters of understatement. It's sad to a point, but it's gotten to the point where it's evil. Just plain evil.
Well, and I think they're trying to poke the bear and get us to get, you know, all uppity. And at a certain point, we're going to have to turn tables. Not quite yet, maybe. I don't know. It's not come quite yet here to me in my space. Hey, you guys, go out there to your farmers markets. Support your local farmer. The food tastes better. My son, oh my God, he ate a half a bowl of my cucumbers, peeled cucumbers. Mom, is there butter in there? No, that's just farm fresh cucumbers, not store-bought. He's like, oh my God. And he handed me money and went, get me some. All right, Saturday I'll go get you some, son.
Awesome.
All right, my dear, I love you bunches, and I want to listen to the rest of the show.
Okay.
I'm watching you shake your hands and stuff where we're not talking, because it's screw tube, so you're lagging. But I love you guys bunches, and hopefully this was informative for everybody.
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much for calling. Glad you're feeling better.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. Thank you, 451 Actual, for the donation. You get one of these. And that's how you do it. All right. Ask your farmer's market where they get their produce. A lot of them now, same places as the store. Really? I learned I must. Yes, okay. Yeah, all produce sucks from the big box grocery stores. Yeah, it really does. And actually, well, on the track that I was on earlier, was talking about how I showed you Trump's statement after his indictment, where he pled not guilty, which he absolutely should. He even asked the question, if this was such a bad thing, why in the world didn't they accuse him of this 2.5 years ago? And why did the January 6th commission that was live on television that nobody watched, they drop his subpoena? Because there was no there. They're there. But even the Amish, I don't know when this came out. According to this, it's August 3rd. But yeah, even the Amish are show. I think that's Amish, right? Or Pennsylvanians, Pennsylvania Dutches or whatever like that. But even they're for Trump. Even they're sick of what's going on, and they don't even usually bother with a lot of it. But supposedly, our regime now is bothering the shit out of them. So, and they've never had problems with their freedom before now. However, I actually did hear some good news. R.I.P. Pee-wee. Show me the honey. Yeah. Can Killer, welcome to the show. There was actually some good news about this, and we do have legs to stand on, and we can fight back for this. According to, this is actually Dershowitz, the left's, one of the left's main lawyers. Dershowitz says, I've read the indictment, and here's his legal analysis of it.
Okay, so I've now read the indictment very, very carefully and very thoroughly. It is one of the strangest documents I've ever read. And to show you, to demonstrate how open-ended and broad this indictment is, I'm only doing this to illustrate. I'm not going to say it's going to happen or it should happen, just to illustrate. Under the terms of this indictment, Jack Smith, the prosecutor, could be indicted. Let me explain why. The core of the indictment is that Donald Trump lied to the public. That he lied, he just lied. But Jack Smith lied. In his indictment, he outlines the speech that Donald Trump made on January 6th. It's a very important part of the indictment, but he deliberately, willfully, and with malice leaves out the key words. He doctors the speech. He leaves out the fact that Donald Trump said, I want you to protest peacefully and patriotically. Peacefully and patriotically. Those are the two words that bring him within the First Amendment. Now, you can argue about that. What you cannot argue about is that a decent prosecutor, an honest lawyer, doesn't leave those words out of the indictment. And that's what Jack Smith did. He left those words out of the indictment. A lie by omission under the law can be just as serious as a lie by commission. So under the theory, the absurd theory that lying is now criminalized, Jack Smith could be turned into a criminal.
Good! And he should. We should smack him right back with this. Especially since we got this guy. This guy is a leftist. This guy is a Democrat. This was one of their main lawyers back in the Clinton days. Space Cowboy, welcome to the show. Let's see if I'm missing there. Salty Savage, welcome to the show. Don't forget to share. X me out, y'all. X me out. I seem to be getting an audience faster there than anywhere else, but I'm also on all the other things. All my links are below. But yeah, how about that? How about that? And if they're going to make lying a criminal offense now, Joe Biden should be first in line. He has done nothing but lie his entire life. He lied through college. And you know, that really bugs the shit out of me too. I went to college, and that was one of their biggest rules. No plagiarizing. They would kick you out if you got caught plagiarizing. You may get one warning or something like that. And it would literally, at one point, especially when he was in college, would ruin your life. And this guy gets to rule the country? So yeah, rules for thee. But again, he lied through college. He lied and actually lost out on 2 presidential elections. Had to drop out because he lied about his, not only did he lie about his college during them, but he plagiarized other politicians. He lied about his grades. He lied about his what was it? How many degrees he had? How many? Oh, I'm this and that and the other. I'm just so intelligent. I've never heard anybody more stupid. But that's probably the reason why they put him up there, because he'll do whatever they say. Ranger, thank you so much for the donation. You get one of these. My freedom fighter there. Can Killer. Oh, you need to have Biden's face on that right there. Let's see. All right, I'm not. Okay. So, yeah. Is there any way that we can do the same thing? Maybe send this thing here to Trump so that he, or his lawyers or whatever, so that they can countersue this asshole? Maybe even for, what is it, defamation? That seems to be a popular thing to sue people over, and people are getting all kinds of money for. But yeah, Joe Biden's one of the biggest liars on the planet and always has been, especially about this.
What about Hunter, Mr. Vice President? There's been questions about conflict of interest with him as well as your brother. Can you describe what sort of mechanisms you're going to put in place to avoid conflicts of interest, whether you knew your brother who's been accused of, let's say, trying to use your campaign to further his business interests? Do you do anything about that?
Well, first of all, I have never discussed with my son or my brother or anyone else anything having to do with their businesses, period. And what I will do is the same thing we did in our administration. There'll be an absolute wall between personal and private.
He said something about period. All right, sorry about that. I don't know how that happened. Anyway, he said period, which means he's lying. The thing that gets to me the most about this, though, is whenever anybody actually reports on him lying now, they act surprised about it. They act surprised. This man has done nothing but lie his entire life. He lied about his college. He lied about his grades. He lied about everything. He even plagiarized through school. It's like, how in the world does this guy get to run the country when anybody else, especially at the time when he went to college, got caught plagiarizing, would have their life ruined? So that's what I said. What is it with this chick? You guys, that's all you looked at was her boobs? Yeah, it was a hell of a rant. Not really. just what I just said. But yeah, whenever he says period, actually, whenever he opens his mouth, he's a liar. He's lied his entire freaking life. I'm actually sick of being lied to by this jerk. He doesn't deserve to be up there. He doesn't. Never did. In fact, he had to drop out of 2 elections back in the 80s because of his fucking lies. So why is he there now? What do you mean that's all we look at? Isn't that against the rules, though, Pastor Chatelet? Something about adultery? Amtrak. Next, he'll say he robbed the trains on horseback. Yeah, really. But yeah, he lies about everything. Thank you, Ranger. You get one of these. For the donation. Big words for a misandrist. Who, me? I'm not a misandrist. In fact, I'm actually one of the farthest thing from a misandrist that you're going to meet.
And the government. There wasn't any hint of scandal at all when we were there, and I'll impose the same kind of strict rules. That's why I never talked with my son or my brother or anyone else, even distant family, about their business interests, period.
Wow, can you see this chick that's kneeling below him here? I didn't notice that until just now. She's got the mic across her face, though, but why is this chick kneeling before him like this? Probably she's in front of the cameras there, but still. A little sus, if you ask me. All right, then here we turning into Joe Biden. Here he is again.
How many times have you ever spoken to your son about his overseas business dealings?
I've never spoken to my son about his overseas business dealings.
Excuse me, there's a photo of you golfing with your son Hunter and his business partner Devin Archer. Do you stand by your statement that you did not discuss any of your son's overseas business?
Yes, I stand by that statement.
Of course. And he's going to. They're all going to. But of course, not... And actually, I guess you could say that he's not lying in one way, especially when you see this letter to Devin Archer from the Vice President of the United States in 2011, who was who? All right, Space Cowboy, thank you so much for the donation. You get one of these. All right. But yeah, it says, Dear Devin, so he didn't maybe talk to any of these people, but he sure wrote to them. I apologize for not getting a chance to talk to you at the luncheon yesterday. I was having trouble getting away from hosting President Who. I hope I get a chance to see you again soon with Hunter. I hope you enjoyed the lunch. Thanks for coming. Sincerely, Joseph R. Biden Jr. And in handwriting, happy you guys are together. So yeah, maybe he doesn't talk to them. He just writes to all of them. Devin Archer, Wisconsin Avenue, what is NW? Okay. Washington, D.C. Oh, okay, Northwest. Washington, D.C. So, yeah, maybe he wasn't lying about talking to them. He writes to them instead. Okay, and of course, I'm going to give you an example, and just another example. I don't know if anybody's seen this yet or not, but I'm just going to give you another example. Of course, don't forget the phone lines are open. I like to have your information on this too. Am I missing something? Have I missed something? Is there something I haven't come up with or haven't thought of? But this is an example of, and this is one of the things that tells me, where did it go? What is going on here? It just disappeared. Why? Why did it disappear? All right, I'm going to find it. I'm not letting it go. I'm not letting it go because this is important. This was something that needs to be shown. It's not going to surprise anybody. Yeah, here we go. Just an example.
At the site where John McCain was shot down in Vietnam. What the know-nothing millennials who set Kamala's schedule didn't know is that the site that she's laying those flowers at, it's a celebration of those who shot McCain's plane out of the sky and then captured him, delivering him to the VC for his long stay and torture at the Hanoi Hilton. The stunning ignorance of Kamala Harris and her team was noted by Yawen Zhu, a journalist based in Beijing. She tweeted, "Does Harris know this monument honors the people who shot down John McCain's plane? Vietnamese people view him as a war criminal." So in essence, Harris was paying tribute to those who shot down John McCain's plane. It'd be like Harris laying a wreath at Pearl Harbor honoring the brave Japanese pilots who sunk the USS Arizona.
Yeah. Okay. It still makes sense. As I say, also too though, we are the laughingstock of the world right now. And like I say, this is the ilk that is in charge right now. All right? Not to mention now that if that's not bad enough, this is just only the latest gaffe.
The bad news is I'm coming back to shake your hand, but I forgot I didn't sign the order. All that talk and no action.
He ain't just whistling Dixie neither. Wasn't it him that said, if you rule everything by executive order, you're a dictator? Yep, Sergeant Tripod, she is a dumb bitch. In fact, my husband told me a joke today, or something like that. The prices are going up and up and up and up, but the only thing that's coming down is Kamala Harris's pants. All right, you guys. Why are you showing those to me? I got my own. And I don't look at them that much. McStain is the only known POW to leave fatter than when he was captured. Didn't they call him the Songbird? If I'm not mistaken, I gotta agree. Par for the course right now. They are literally pissing on American heritage and looking at us saying, "Do something, pussies." Yeah, they are. I met McCain and shook his hand. He lied to my face and then stole my family's land. Seriously? Sigh? Really? Dictator. You guys are so terrible tonight. Bad, bad, bad. The prices are going up. The only thing going down is Kamala Harris. Yeah. Or, yeah, that too. Nasty. Kamala needs to keep her pants up. Yes, indeed. Songbird. Yes. Digital. Bobby Digital. Welcome to the show. Appreciate you being here. All right. All these cool people here today. I appreciate y'all being here. Now Hallie says no sound. Oh, okay. Yeah, I accidentally muted myself. I don't know why. But yeah, this guy, he does a speech for something he's getting ready to do, and then he forgets to do it. Never seen any other president do that. Yeah, okay, Junker Rocky, I get it. I'm slow. Remember, I'm slow. I'm an Xer. I don't do all of this stuff. I put it this way. I'm like whoever said that I couldn't open up my my editor as fast as some of these things come up. So I know what the ladies like. There you go. That's much better. But actually, they should be plowing or doing something constructive that will like feed me and take care of my chillins. I installed that video card. Actually, I'm getting ready to. I finally, like I said, I finally got the cord to go to the older monitors that I have. But black, I'm slow. I'm not black, but I'm slow. But I could be. I could be black. I could identify as black if I wanted to. Everybody else does. Hey, man. I'm slow. I got more things to do than just sit on the computer all the time. Like I say, I was telling you earlier, haven't actually been on the computer in the last week. Today is the first day I've been on the computer for a couple of days at least. So McCain was Arizona senator at the time. The state determined they wanted to own the outer 10 feet of the perimeter of our land for zoning purposes, and they took it. We tried to fight it all the way up the chain to McCain. He lied and then took the land. Well, he was always a traitor, in my opinion, too. And he did the same thing with the, what was it? The Obamacare or whatever it was, or whatever, something that they wanted to get off. He said he was going to vote with Trump, and then the last minute, he voted against it. So, yeah, good riddance. You know, just because you're in the military and you're all of that and everything like that doesn't mean you get a pass on everything. If you're a jerk, you're a jerk. I mean, I'm sorry. Your service doesn't count that out. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're a jerk afterwards. And I understand to a point, but there's a limit. And believe me, I've known some. Well, I was gonna say my grandfather was in World War II and he was terrible. Just saying. Anyway, no name McStain yet. It's like our company IT guy, only funny. Sergeant Tripod. I've known some pretty funny IT guys. In fact, I understood completely about some of these things because the people knew the business, but they sure didn't know how to run the computers. In fact, any job that I had from like 87 on was because of the fact that I knew how to use a computer. Just the way it worked. Okay. This is something from the National Pulse. This is actually something that got leaked. It was an interview with one of the generals. Oh no, one of the cops, or one of the commander cops from J6th. They actually had one on today on NBC or CBS or one of those. They were doing a live thing about this and everything. Like, they had one cop get on there and start talking about the actual lies, and you could tell he was lying because he'd look at the guy in the eye for a second. He'd look down while he was saying something. He'd look up again and look down and look around while he was talking. You could tell he was scripted, everything. And he kept talking about how all the cops were attacked and all this stuff. So, but this guy is, well, I'll let him tell you.
Let me just go back to the role of, you said 9 out of the 18 agencies in the so-called intelligence community are military. Mm-hmm. Pentagon supervised their military intel. Would they have been gathering, it sounds like they were gathering information about January 6th before it happened?
Well, again, for Milley and Miller to be that concerned about January 6th in advance, they had to be getting the intelligence from some. I mean, talk about locking down Washington. That's a huge undertaking.
That's this video. I don't know why it's doing
and again,
that.
Never notify me. But when you begin to sit there and wonder about,
so you believe that they were gathering intelligence? I mean, they were.
For them to think that they're getting.
So there was, and I'm asking this because there was a very weird moment in the January 6th committee interviews, and they interviewed a man who was caught on camera by a lot of people encouraging law breaking, encouraging people to run into the Capitol to break the law.
I think he's talking about Epps.
Violence. He has never been arrested or charged with anything, and that's just very, very strange. You know, over 1,000 people have been charged, but he has not been. And so the committee released a statement saying,
not only has he not been, one of the senators even got on there, or one of the congressmen even got on there, the fake guy with the do-rag now, got on there and said, "Oh, this is one of your only voters. Leave him alone. How come you're bothering the person that was for you? He was on your side. How come you're bothering this guy? Leave him alone." It's like, wait a minute. Why is it okay for this guy on our side to do all of this, and we have to leave him alone, but all of these other people are still in jail that were just there? They didn't even go in. And they hunted them down across the country. So, fishy, fishy, fishy. Lord Slade, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am honored to have you here today. Welcome to the show. Appreciate you being here. Don't forget to share, share, share. I want people to call in. People need to call in. This is a call-in talk show. All right, let's finish what they had to say, because this guy said this stuff didn't have to happen. And he even said that he was kind of pissed off at how it worked, how everything worked out, because I would venture to say that he likes, that he was one of the ones that the extra coverage or whatever it is for these people got turned down. So he might have been one of the ones that asked for it, too.
And we are positive he was not working with law enforcement. You have to be an idiot not to assume he's working with somebody. Why haven't they arrested him? I mean, come on, right? So my thought was, well, they didn't mention military intelligence. This guy's a veteran.
Yes.
Am I being crazy and wondering this?
No, you're not. I actually write about that person in the book. It raises concern for me, his involvement, and the fact that we haven't learned more. Matter of fact, I think the January 6th committee thanked him for his candor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guys remember that guy.
It's not fair. So
I'm surprised it played again. Learned today about my Mennonite community store. Have to drive a bit, but cool. They usually, they now those folks are all natural, organic, or whatever you want to call it. Vincenzo. Hey, yo! He's always busy. Fishy like Kamala. You guys are terrible. Oh, there you go. Okay, yep. El Pasta is nothing but the meanies. Hey, Sparky, welcome. All right. So yeah, there's that though too. And like I say, these people that keep harping on this stuff that's been debunked and everything like that, I just have to laugh at them anymore. I can't get mad at them. I don't have the I don't have the strength anymore. They're gonna be what they're gonna be. What can I tell you? There's no changing these things. However, these are the folks that want to do this to us, ordering the selected reserve and certain members of the individual ready reserve to the armed forces to active duty. Now, didn't this, again, I'm not surprised, but this is the same person that said, oh, there's never going to be any boots on the ground. This is going to be a proxy. This is, we're going to send them our stuff. They're going to do all the fighting. But by the authority vested in me as president by the Constitution and the laws of the United States, as if he follows the Constitution anymore, including sections 121 and 12304 of Title 10 United States Code, I hereby determine that it is necessary to augment the active armed forces of the United States for the effective conduct of Operation Atlantic Resolve in and around the United States European Command's area of responsibility. In furtherance of this operation under the state authorized, I hereby authorize the Secretary of Defense and the Secretary of Homeland Security with respect to the Coast Guard when it is not operating as a service in the Navy under their respective jurisdictions to order to active duty any units and any individual members not assigned to a unit organized to serve as a unit of the Selective Reserve or any member in the individual Ready Reserve mobilization category and designated as essential under regulations prescribed by the Secretary concerned, not to exceed 3,000 total members at any one time. So in other words, they're going to switch them out. You know they will. That's what they do. Of whom not more than 450 members may be members of the individual Ready Reserve as they deem necessary, and to terminate the service of those units and members ordered to active duty. This order is not intended to and does not create any right or benefit, substantive or procedural, enforceable at law or in equity by any party against the United States, its departments, agencies or entities, its officers, employees, or agents, or any other person. So yeah, but on top of that, now I wasn't able to find a whole lot on it. There are some people speaking about it, and I think Roseanne even talked about it, and so did Tim Pool. Not that, although, like I say, he usually won't talk about something unless he's verified it somehow or another. But they're talking about the draft again. So again, another lie from our leader, if you want to call him that. I don't want to call him that. I didn't vote for him, and I know a lot of people. I'm pretty sure 81 million people didn't vote for him either. Actually, I can't believe that the Obama supporters didn't fell for that line. Because, I mean, Obama still is a lot of people's prince, if you will, and a lot of Obama supporters don't like Biden, so I can't believe that they fell for that as well. Unless, of course, they're not being told. I'm still seeing more and more people being introduced to the "if you don't vote for me, you ain't black" situation. And that right there is pissing off a lot of their base. I think that's one of the things that they're actually panicking about. Because, I mean, just this is what's going on. And more black people are saying FJB. Or let's go Brandon. Yes. You guys must have your vision inverted or something if you're calling me black, but that's okay. Can't be advertising that openly, brother. They might steal you in a mini bike. Can't have that. No, don't do that. Don't nobody take his mini bike, man. He's too cool for school with that mini bike, man. Poor kids can read too. Yeah, that was another one too. What was it? Fell for the red and white. LOL. Dear leader, I mean God, I you know the thing. Yeah, the thing. That's what he is. He's the thing. So yeah, not only has he called people to active duty, and this has actually been a while now. July 13th, 2023 is when he did this. He talked about it or had sent somebody over in January, if I'm not mistaken. That was hushed. That's a good one, Space Pirate Yvonne. They got rid of the Indian but kept the land. Yeah, on the Land O'Lakes thing. Yeah, people were stupid for that kind of thing. You know, they're talking about, oh, this is racist. How can it be racist? These people are icons, for fuck's sake. That's not racist. Shouldn't we be looking up to them? Isn't that what you want? I actually, to be honest with you, it bothers me that they took Aunt Jemima off. She was fucking awesome. I very rarely get on Rumble, but I'm starting to come here more now that Audie is being asshole and boofing all the time. Yeah, well, I was going to say, it's almost seemed like as if they're still growing as far as that goes. and things like that. It seems like that happens like once a month or so now. It's like they do something new. And actually, after you get all through all of the buffering and everything else, they come out with something cooler or newer in their screens and stuff like that. So, all right. Now, I know Salty talked about this yesterday, and it was funny, too, because I had seen it that morning. I was up pretty early, and I had actually seen it that morning. I listened to it, but he was showing this. But I don't remember him talking about the last part of it. And there was people talking about the guy that actually took the video. Because this guy that took the video, you guys know what I'm talking about here. This guy got his ass kicked for stealing cigarettes in a garbage can with the cane by Sikh. Or, yeah, I think that was a Sikh. And he was definitely an Indian of some kind. I don't remember what... Because they got different turbans. This guy had the turban that looked kind of like a boat. Some of them have the round, and it's kind of like different sects, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, this guy here. Let me see. What did I write in my notes here? Okay, yeah. They escorted this guy out, and he had the nerve to ask for a soda.
If you don't call police, let him go. You want to let him go? He doesn't have a gun. He doesn't have a gun. He's lying. He's lying. He doesn't have a gun. You don't have a gun. You have a gun? Do you have a gun? He's lying. Let's let him go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's get him. Let's get him. Okay. Come on. Okay. No, it's okay. Okay, no more. You know no more. No more come here, right? No more come and do that, right?
And why is he talking to him like a little kid? Now look, this guy has got tattoos on his entire face. He belongs to some crew, somewhere. That's what they do. So this guy's going to do this again. He may not be at this particular store, but this guy will do this again. He's in some kind of cartel. Look at the cat. I mean, he's got tattoos all over him. His face. That's probably why he was covered up to begin with, but they pulled the mask down on him. But yeah, they really messed him up. And I've heard that black people have really, really, really sensitive shins. Just something I've heard over the years. So they hit him in the shins a couple of times and kind of debilitate him if you'll look. I just know that that's what Trudeau's boyfriend LARP says, just kind of... He ain't got a choice. We're taking both mini bikes along with him. No! Bad cartel member. He's some kind of a member of something. Because he looks like a high school detention desk. Okay? So yeah, so the guy picks him up. I'm your brother. I'm your brother.
No more do this, okay? Let's go.
Talking to him like a little child. No more do this.
No, let him go. No, please. Please, no, bro. He had a problem with you? Yeah, bro. He owe you a lot of money? He owe you a lot of money?
Yeah, he does now.
He owe you a lot of money? He owe you a lot of money?
There's hundreds of, there's at least $1,000 or more dollars there.
Let's go.
If not more.
You better walk tonight.
And 7-Elevens are franchises. They're not owned by the company.
Don't come back here no more. Okay? Don't do that, okay? They shoot you.
Can I get a soda?
Please. Well, what kind of shit you telling me and you do this shit and you want to start? No.
It sounds like they were getting ready to beat him again. How dare you ask for something? You're going to come and steal from my store and then ask me for something afterwards? What the...
If you don't call police, let him go.
But that was kind of stupid. Stupid criminal. But that's what they do. And of course, this is California. He thought he was going to get away with it. But this is also showing me something else. People are getting tired of being bullied like this, because this is bullying, in my opinion. You just go into somebody's store and just take everything that you want and just walk out the door. Dare you to call the cops. Dare you to do anything else. Tell me that's not bullying. Tell me that's not bullying. I mean, it's like the bully in school that takes everybody's lunch money all the time and always gets away with it. Well, this time, the bullied fought back, and good for him. Now, of course, This isn't huge news or anything, and we all know why. Salty already mentioned that. Well, yeah, the white supremacists, yes, they're not, though. That's just it. I was going to say, though, how could... Put it this way, from what I can see, whites are standing back now and just letting everybody else go crazy. I know I don't want to be involved in a lot of this stuff, and I sure the hell don't want to be blamed for any of this bullshit. Because it is bullshit, and whites are not perpetrating it. You see that one that executed the clerk and the clerk's son and proceeded to sit down and have some fried chicken before... No, I didn't see that. I didn't see that. But that's terrible. That's terrible. Okay, I was going to show you the beating, but I don't... Well, what the hell? I wanted to actually talk about the comments on this more than anything else. Of course, you see him here. And I was going to say, you know, yes, this is America and everything like that, but do you remember that college kid that got caned for stealing a sign? And as a souvenir, he wanted a souvenir, and the thing was they even asked America for permission, and we gave it to them. They caned this kid for something less than this, way less than this. Play that on loop. It probably is on loop, but I'm getting ready to.
It's okay. Okay, brother.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I think this guy was a part of. I think this guy was literally a part of a gang or something like that. Like I say, he's all tattooed up and everything like that. All those guys were sitting out there waiting for him after that and everything like that. They were getting ready to. They wanted day part 2. Notice none of them came in there to help him out either. Just like the Puerto Rican stores never try to rob a Sikh store. Yeah, these guys love America. They came here to do this, and they're not going to let anybody take it away from them. I've known some really cool store owners, but don't cross them. They're the sweetest people that they can be until you try to cross them. And good for them. Maybe, just maybe, but I doubt it, since he asked for a Coke on the way out, or a soda on the way out. This guy learned his lesson, but I doubt it. He'll do it again. In fact... hoping that Yo Folkers, he actually started this Instagram account just to post these 3 videos. There's no other videos on this guy's account. Let's see, what's next? Alright, here's a question for you guys. Do you think that medical professionals are even competent anymore? I mean, my heart doctor kept telling me, when I went to him, I stopped going to him, kept telling me each time I'd go in for my checkups that I had a clean bill of health for my heart attack. Okay? Yet, he kept telling me that I had to take more medications. Oh, you got to take this medication, you got to take... And I would just tell him, no, how in the world are you going to tell me I have I'm healthy, and I got to take medication now? Isn't medication for the sick, right? And I'm not sick? But he would get angry at me when I told him no, which tells me he doesn't give a shit about my health. He wants to sell me the product. So tell me, if you think this is acceptable. Point of view, my doctor watching a video on how to wrap an ankle before she wraps my ankle. Well, how would you do? What would you do if you saw this? Yeah, I guess he thinks it's okay. I'm pretty sure he doesn't know what to think. So what do you guys think? The tech that script that read. I was playing on the latest Trump indictment. So, like I say, is that acceptable to you? I don't know if I would actually stick around for that. Or I might ask for someone else. Hey man, can someone else help me? Can I get a second opinion here? I might even actually say a bunch to whoever, hey, what is this person doing? If this person doesn't know what they're doing, come on, somebody else, please. I think I would say that. I don't, it's like, I'm paying you guys. You work for me. How dare you not know what you're doing? But this is another reason why I don't even go to my heart doctor anymore. I'm doing my very best to grow my own herbs and vegetables and things like that, and screw the system if I can, as much as I can. Well, I'm no mechanic, but I can figure it out from a YouTube video. Yeah, well, I was going to say, if you're doing it for yourself, that's one thing, and everything like that. But if you're actually supposed to be an expert, and how many years do you have to go to school before you can even enter a hospital to do any of this stuff? Besides all the licensing and everything else you have to pass to be able to do this kind of stuff? But I don't think they're doing that anymore. Obviously. And this is just a foot wrap. Can you imagine what they are doing for surgeries? Now, I know that a lot of them will do some research and they do the bodily and they make plans and everything, because that's what my dad's doctor did for his surgery just recently. But to do it in front of your patient? That just seems wrong to me. And what can I tell you? Yes, make sure you hit the like button, the fire button, etc. and etc. But yeah, that to me is unacceptable. And again, it's another reason why I don't go to the doctor. That as you know, I know people that they live at the doctors. Oh, the doctor gave me this. The doctor told me this. The doctor. You really trust him that much? And of course, you're paying him for this advice. And from what I can tell, most doctors, you know, they would rather get the $300,000 out of you for treating you for 25 years for something rather than curing you for 300 or less at one time. That really seems, well, that really seems sus. You know what I'm saying? And it seems unethical. It really seems unethical in my opinion. In fact, the TV repairmen used to do this kind of thing, and it wouldn't surprise me if some of the repair people nowadays do this kind of thing. They'll tell you that they fixed it, or they'll replace it with a used part, or they won't replace the actual part that blows everything else up and everything like that, and then you have to keep coming to them every month. In fact, my old man started his own repair shop because the one that he worked for was doing stuff like that, and he was like, I don't want to see this shit again. So why not just fix it? And actually, he literally would get more business that way. Because of the fact that, you know, some people do catch on after a while. Man, you know, my TV's been fixed and you're claiming to be this #1 fixer and everything like that, and I have to bring it in every month. What the hell? You know? But that's what they used to do so that they could keep their jobs. But like I say, this guy went out of business as to where my husband actually started to progress. Because he's like, yeah, man, once I fix something, I don't want to see it again. I'm going to charge you for whatever I fixed it for the first time or whatever like that. But if I see it again, then I'm going to know you did something to it. So, Pawn Shop by Breakfast Spot has a new Xbox. 90 days, same as cash. That you pay for, and your insurance pays for too. Yes, in fact, I still believe that wholeheartedly the fact that I didn't have insurance is actually what saved my life. Because I probably would have been there a whole lot longer. They probably would have done a whole lot more tests. I probably would have had to ask permission for other tests. So my health and my well-being at that point was between me and my doctors, and that's the way I wanted to stay. Well, when you're smart, you only do that to old ass shit, not like vintage old, but like in between shit old in there. Well, it depends also too, you know, a lot of people have things that they've been doing like their business on for the longest time too, and they have all the records on a computer and something like that. It needs to be fixed at least so that they can transfer it over. And but some people don't want to change either as far as that goes. Hello, Muko, our kitty communicator. That's cute. That is really cute. I love your memes, Muko. Judas, welcome to the show. That was you I just read. Okay. All right. So yeah, I don't find that acceptable. Like I say, brush up is one thing, but doing it in front of your patient, So obviously, again, they don't really care anymore. And in fact, I don't even, from what I can tell, they're not even quoting the or stating the do no harm anymore. It's all about diversity and equity now. So yeah, I trust all of these systems less and less, especially when the government takes them over. Never known the government to take anything over and make it better, ever. All right, what's this next thing? Okay, yeah, things are getting ramped up, and people are really getting ridiculously violent. This tripped me out. According to this, lady kept bumping man with her card repeatedly, and then this happened. I didn't see her bump him. I'm not positive about this. Somebody had mentioned this in the comments, but I think she was also holding a child. This man should be arrested. Now, I've been told that this was in Brazil, so probably nothing will happen to him. Because Brazil's been wild lately. But the thing that is crazy about this one is all these people were talking about how she deserved this. I don't think so. Good for her. Seriously, I'm hyper aware anytime I have a cart not to hit anyone because, duh, personal space. If she did this repeatedly, she has no respect for anyone else. She got what she needed to get. Fuck around and find out. I think this is a bit extreme. And like I said before, I don't think she was doing it on purpose. But that's messed up. That is messed up right there. So, but yeah, things are getting wild. All right, here's some funny stuff before I go. Wow, I'm actually talking a lot faster. She deserved it. Okay, Space Pirate Yvonne. And you called me a misandrist. All right, I'll remember that. I'll remember that. Don't forget the phone lines are still open. Uh-oh. I just had a malfunction. There it goes. What happened? What was that about? Okay, yeah, Judas says, well, a pimp slap was faffo, but like a WWE table throw, yeah, that was a little overkill. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. And she crumbled. I mean, he really could have hurt her badly. And actually, where he hit her, he could have ended her, if you will. All right. This is for all you crafters out there. I know I can relate to this. There's limited access again.
Hi. YouTube doesn't want to shut off when I ask it to. No, I'm on two cats. All right, there we go. Hey, you said to call, so I called.
Okay.
All right. One of the things I wanted to talk to people about is, you know who it is. One of the things I wanted to talk to people about is your volunteer plan. If you have the opportunity to plant a garden in your yard and you have stuff come up that you maybe had planted the year before or even the year before that comes up volunteer, make sure that you save those seeds. Those are really strong seeds and they're really good to save. You can even let like squash and some of them things kind of dry on the vine and whatever. Put them in paper bags to dry them, and they're going to be really great to grow in the garden. This is another thing I heard from another one of my prepper people on YouTube that's been doing this for a long time. Long time. Wanted to share that. And you said to call. So, hey, nobody else wants to call?
Yvonne is the new crack. Yeah, Crack Galactica doesn't come and see me. He thinks I'm lame. I do too many dad jokes, he says, but I don't give a shit what he says. Demon Goddess, welcome. She's over there on Rumble.
I love him, but his music, I can't beat to it. I'm a Kid Rock kind of girl, you know. There you go.
Are you watching the chat in Odysee? You guys are crazy over here on Odysee.
I am kind of. I mean,
It's 10 o'clock.
I can't have the voice on because it'll feedback
Yeah.
and it'll be a disaster.
Hey,
so-
Ebby, are you an Xer?
Yes.
Because
I'm a boomer Xer. I mean, I'm at that turning point where I'm like, no, I'm really not a boomer. I'm a Jones generation. We're like in between the boomers and the Xers. We were raised by the great generation with boomer parents, and we just had to do what we had to do to skirt away from our grandparents and our parents and still live.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Tizo, welcome. Because Ebtide. The reason I asked that is because he used a euphemism of my youth. In fact, it was back then. They say that we're so tough because of the fact that we were out in the morning and didn't get home until the lights came on. But also too, right before the 11 o'clock news or right before the 10 o'clock news, somebody would come on and say a PSA and say, "It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are?" And that's why I wanted to know if Ebtide was an Xer because that he used that euphemism. Coon dog! Coon dog!
Parents were trying to keep up with the Joneses. Everybody's trying to keep up with everybody.
Oh, not mine. Not mine. Thank you for the donation, Coon dog. You get one of these. Hit that fire. Yep. Hit that fire. And of course, don't forget to share me out. X me out.
I'm in between the boomer and Xer. I call my generation, which is about 5 years, because we're like, oh my God, we're so in between them both.
Mm-hmm.
I teeter-totter between both generations. It's crazy.
Well, I'm an Xer, but I was raised by boomers and by greatest, so yeah.
I grew up with the skates that were metal that you put on your shoes that you actually wore.
Mm-hmm.
And you skated down the sidewalk and you fell a lot and you didn't have pads for your elbows and your knees.
Nope.
You came back home with scrapes. And our skateboards were made of plastic, not wood, plastic. And they were hard. And it was a bitch to do those down the damn driveway. Let me tell you. I didn't slide on those very often. And we went out in the field, and we took BB guns out with us, and we shot each other, and we shot the field mice and anything that we could find to shoot.
That's true, Yvonne.
That's what we did.
He said if you got hurt, you got your ass beat for getting hurt. Actually, it was fighting for me.
You didn't bitch about it.
Yeah, it was.
You didn't bitch about it.
Nah, it was fighting for me.
Exactly it.
I wasn't allowed to fight, and if I got in a fight, I got beat. So, yeah, I was fighting for me.
Yep, and I played with the boys because the girls were too, whatever.
I played with the boys because I was a tomboy. I'm just glad.
And I'm not gay. I'm not gay.
Yeah.
I'm not trans. I'm not gay. I'm not trans. I could play with the boys and be a tomboy, and that was okay. But,
Ultimate test for boomer versus Xer. Paul, Big Fat Polly says, "What did you install on your first computer first, Windows or Doom?" I don't remember.
Dude,
actually,
dude,
when I was in school, I learned on a.
That there ever was because my husband's a geek.
Yeah, I learned on a Macintosh first.
As big as a frickin' 55-inch TV kind of thing. I'm like, dude, are you kidding me? You're gonna take up that much room on our.
Right.
Okay, yeah. So the first computers. My uncle got in on that and made millions, by the way.
Nice.
Yeah, he's a million billionaire kind of guy because he was smart and that's what he did, and he sold out early to Bill Gates, probably. I don't know. Anyways, it was probably Windows, honestly, back in 1983. 1983 is when Pat and I had the first freaking computer.
Yeah, I think mine was in '84. I got mine in '84. Actually, like I say, my very first computer was a Macintosh. So I don't remember. I don't remember what I played on there. I think Snake or something. I don't remember.
Apple. It wasn't Mac. No, it wasn't Mac. It was definitely Bill Gates. Hey, he was the geek. I like to play D&D. We were geeky like that.
That's true, Mega Bull Pup. She says,
I know what all that is.
She says, just think, y'all, if we were young tomboys now, the teachers would be trying to turn us into boys. Yeah, I don't think so.
Oh, yeah, and I'm really happy where I'm at right now because these teachers don't dare. And if they do, it's in super secret. And then they'll probably get their ass beat like that guy did. I just love that video of that Sikh beating his ass. We need more of that.
Yeah. Well, I hope nothing happened to the store owners. I mean, they don't deserve to be stolen from like that. None of these people deserve this stuff. You know, they make up the excuse. Oh, well, they got insurance and all that. Nah, you don't know that. You don't know that. Not to mention the fact that when you use your insurance,
like that, really, that was to sell and make money and be a thief. And you thought you were going to get away with it.
Well, I was going to say,
no.
Well, the thing they don't realize and the thing that they're not told is that when you use your insurance, especially something high-end like that, you lose your insurance. You end up having to pay way, way, way more, and you have to go to a different company.
The people from India are not going to put up with this stuff. I know. My kids worked for 7-Eleven Indian people. They were the nicest people on the planet, but they did not put up with stealing.
Oh, no.
Don't steal from Indian people. You're stupid if you do.
Well, I was going to say, over there...
Steal from Walmart and Target and whatever.
Yeah, he's lucky he just got caned. Over there, they would have chopped his hand off.
Or more.
Mm-hmm.
Head.
Over in their part of the world, that guy would have got his hand chopped off. Or something.
Or more.
Or more.
Or more.
They might have beat him too.
Said goodbye, and you're not coming back. You're not going to steal from anybody again. Yeah. Anyways, you asked for somebody to call. I did. I filled up your show, and I'm going to have to go back and listen and see how stupid I sounded. I love you, girl.
Okay. Thank you so much for calling again. Appreciate you helping me out. Like I say, this show is for you guys. I'm doing this for y'all. I do this to get phone calls.
Dude, your show makes my week. It
well,
really
thank you.
Does. And I don't mean to sound silly and stupid on it, and I hope that people will still listen just because I call. You know, well, not because I call, but because I call, they don't not listen.
You're not chasing anybody away, right? Is that what you mean?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah. Thank you. That's exactly what I meant to say.
Yeah, I always thought that I would chase people away, but look at all the people who listen to me. So I don't know why.
All of you guys, hey, make sure you keep your props up because, like us, you know, we were good and we didn't think that this year was going to happen to us, and we've had like a really tough 12 months, 6 months with him being off, and 6 months on, and 3 months off, and it's been tight. I mean, it gets tight when that happens, and if you're not propped up and don't have stuff put away, you know, you could circle the drain. So I don't want to see anybody do that.
Nope.
Make sure you're checking your packages for everything that you buy, especially if it's manufactured. Try to do your own manufacturing, you know, from fresh, if you can. I mean, I know it's difficult. Canners aren't cheap. Jars aren't cheap. But you know what? Once you invest in that canner and some jars, it gets less expensive as you go along. And then you know exactly what's in your food. It's beets and salt.
Right.
And beet juice. I mean, you know exactly. You're not getting monosodium glutamate and stuff. Those beans were so delicious. But I'm going to tell you what, it's the butter beans that you can get at the dollar store, or you can get maybe at your local store. They make succotash and lima beans. I'm going to be watching them because I know I've always had a problem with MSG, but when it's the second ingredient, yeah, you're probably going to have an issue. It's just meant to make it taste better, but you really don't need that. You really don't. Buy your own butter beans and make your own and can your own. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I'm gonna pass on the butter beans, but I'll try other stuff for sure.
They're large lima beans, and you would like them. I'm sure you would. They're Southern style, and I'll send you the recipe. The only problem is we looked them up online to get them dry, and they're kind of expensive.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, Goya has them in a couple other places. They're kind of expensive, so I don't know that it would be a staple in my house, but it would be a nice, like, diversion from something in my house. I'm all good with black beans and red beans and all that now.
Midwest Gunner over here on Rumble, welcome, says, I have an abundance of Roma tomatoes this year. I'm going to be pickling most of them. A really tasty and healthy snack. That sounds delicious. I love pickled anything.
Is great. Pickling is great, and tell him that if you have a dehydrator and you can slice them into thin slices, you can dehydrate them. It takes a couple of days, and as low as you can go. Takes a couple of days, and they're beautiful. They look really good. They're beautiful. You can pinch them up and put them into omelets or anything. My son is amazed with what I've done with dehydrating. I wish I had a camera. I wish I had the energy and the time to do what you do and show people what I do. Because honestly, getting it even from the store is better than getting it from the manufacturer.
Mm-hmm.
It is. Anyhow, I love you, gal. I'm gonna. I need to let you go.
Okay.
Because it's that time now.
Okay.
Oh, Rocky! Go
Rocky.
see the Rocky show. Love Rocky.
Yep. Well, I'll be sending them over in a few minutes. I've still got about 12 minutes to go. But I got a few more things to show. So I appreciate you calling. Thank you so much.
You guys.
You have a good one.
Mwah.
Good night. All right. Sprout radishes and use it in place of lettuce. That's interesting. All right. I'd like to try that in pickles. Yeah, actually, I'm going to try pickling tomatoes. That sounds delicious. All right, for you crafters out there, I know I relate to this for sure. Wow, I wish my Dremel tool was that strong. Woo. Okay. Next up. This is a new diagnosis. And I would venture to say that some of you can relate.
Tyler, and I suffer from shitty personality disorder. I flake on people. I'm constantly late, and I ghost people all the time. Perry, why were you late today? I have shitty personality disorder. It's a condition that makes me incapable of respecting other people's time or considering their feelings.
Well, since you put it like that, why don't you take the rest of the day off?
I'm just a shitty person. It's not my fault. I don't know how to be anything else. This condition affects every part of my life. Before being diagnosed with SPD, I used every excuse in the book. I overslept. I'm sick. I can barely open my eyes. I have a family emergency.
Hey, sorry, I can't make it to your birthday party. My mom just died.
Tell you to decease your mom.
But now that I've been diagnosed with SPD, I don't have to lie. I now have a legitimate excuse for my shitty behavior. So get a checkup, because you never know when shitty personality disorder could happen to you.
Oh, you mean you're just an asshole then, right? Okay. Yeah, that's what we used to call people like you. So call it whatever you like, but you're still an asshole. Whew, I wonder if this here will be inevitable when we finally have the alien invasion. Wink, wink.
How many genders are there?
672. It's hard to know, really. It's changing all the time.
So, your species is evolving that rapidly. Remarkable. Perhaps while you are sitting here, you will grow additional limbs or develop the ability to breathe underwater.
No, that's not what we meant.
It's too bad. So, what are these genders, and how do they function?
Function? I don't understand.
Why, yes. On my planet, the female gender is the giver of life, raising and nurturing our young, preserving our civilization for eons to come, while the males mostly just mow our space lawns and make multiple trips to Space Home Depot.
What you're talking about is sex. Gender is something different.
Exactly. People can identify with genders different than their natal sex, or with none at all.
But why?
It's just the way we feel.
No!
Well, of course, a lot of times they don't realize how they were born until someone tells them. Someone like a teacher or social media influencer.
Oh, I understand. On this planet, there are people who are men, and people who are women, and people who are mentally ill. How many genders are there?
Even the aliens are gonna know that. All right. Woo-hoo-hoo. All right, got a joke for you. This guy's a good joker. I love this guy's jokes. This Big Duke.
You had this old couple that was driving home one night when all of a sudden the police pulled them over. The officer got out. He walked on the driver's side. He motioned for the driver to let down the window. He let down the window. He said, "How can I help you, officer?" The officer said, "You know the speed limit is 50 miles per hour and you was doing 80. He said, "Man, I had no idea I was going that fast." His wife said, "Earl, yes you did. I even told you to slow down." He said, "Pearl, mate." The officer said, "Also, when I was walking up towards your car, I noticed that your back tail light was out." He said, "Oh my God." He said, "Now when did that happen?" His wife said, "Earl, now you know that tail light been out for 6 months." He said, "Pearl, man, will you shut the hell up?" The officer leaned in the window. He said, "Excuse me, ma'am, does he always talk to you like this?" She said, "No, he do not. He only does this when he been drinking." You had...
He tells some really good jokes. I like him. Let's see. Sauerkraut falls under that. You guys are talking about pickles. You guys can't get enough pickles, eh? Now. Let's see. Right, it's so sad. Oh, okay. This is a cool channel. Thank you. Well, thank you, Midwest Gunner. I appreciate you being here. Once again, like I say, if you like and everything, share. That's the best way to help me out. I am doing this for the people so that we can continue to exercise our First Amendment rights, so that we don't have to progress to Second Amendment rights. Nobody wants that, but. When the first doesn't work out, the second one is there for that, according to one of those comedians right there. All right, you guys know that I like to end the show. Of course, we had some comedy, but I always like to end the show with a message. And of course, I I don't want to call him Reverend. Bishop Marmari is one of my favorite people to talk about God. He seems to know what he's doing. He also knows all the original languages and things like that. Very, very well known. And he adores Jesus. So, I'm going to leave you off with some Marmari wisdom. Okay. Here we go.
Don't come one foot with the Lord and the other with Satan. Don't ever do that. Don't come, your body is here and your mind is in the club. Don't come and one side of you is with Christ, with heaven, and the other side is with the world that is placed in the bosom of Satan. Come all of you, body, soul, and spirit, all of you, and say, Lord, without you, I'm lost. Without you, I'm weak. Without you, I'm blind. Without you, I am dead.
And that's the truth. All right, you guys, that's about it for me for right now. Don't forget to support all the folks on Rougarou's interactive TV guide. This is one of the good things about this is if someone is not on that you like, you can actually discover someone else. And these are all purebloods, for purebloods, by purebloods, etc. and etc. Also, be sure to head on over to the Drunken Rocky show on Odysee next. He's also on Rumble. In fact, I don't think he actually does YouTube because YouTube's probably kicked him off a couple of times. That's right, Cy. Jesus saves, even you. In fact, I posted last week. I talked about how he said that even if you have tattoos, you can come back. Just come back, come back, come back. Anything, come back. You can be forgiven. All right. Where was I? Okay, yeah. Be sure to head on over to the Drunken Rocky show. Appreciate all of you. Thanks for being here. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the comments and the phone calls. Don't forget to send me your clips and commercials. I'd still like to incorporate anybody's that wants to be advertised here. I'm not charging anything or anything. Just send me your shit, and I'll stick it in there when I do my shout outs and things like that. Let's see. God bless you. God bless America. Also, too, thank you for the donations. And of course, you can donate anytime. Go to any one of my sites. Go to any one of my places, and you'll be able to donate to me. Actually, the video places especially. The links are all over the place. So, I wish you, as always, love, health, peace, and music. Always. And until next time, AMF.